It's Local Edition. I'm Brad Palmer, and thanks for joining us. We are joined by Mark Christopher Lawrence. You know him from Chuck on NBC, Mondays at 8 p.m. Also, Karen Driscoll. They are both with an organization called Act Today for Military Families. Karen is the campaign director, and you are a Marine Corps wife, and you are the mother of Paul, Luke, and Michaela, but Paul has autism.
That's correct.
And that's okay. And talk to us about Act Today for Military Families.
Well, as a Marine wife and mother of a son with autism, the emotional and financial challenges autism brings are obviously very personal to me. And my passion to improve the lives of our military families had led to this campaign. And we launched about 7 months ago, and now are providing treatment grants as well as quality of life supports to help bridge the gap between what families are currently receiving and what they need today. And
Mark, let's talk about that. You have a nephew who has a child with autism.
Yes.
So it's near and dear to your heart. And, you know, until I spoke with Nancy Alspa, who's the executive director of Act Today, I didn't realize how severe the crisis is for those families in the military because there's just not any attention paid to it.
Well, exactly. And, you know, and living in San Diego,
right,
you know, one of the highest concentrations of military in the country, you know, most of my friends are military.
Right.
So it affects a lot of people that we know.
And so is the military, in your eyes, giving due attention to this epidemic because it's become an epidemic?
Well, 1 in 88 military children has a diagnosis of autism today.
1 in 88.
That's
is a
correct.
huge number. Huge.
Yeah.
And when you look at the challenges our typical military families face today, you know, whether it be back-to-back combat deployments or even the emotional and stress and strain on the family of having a parent deployed. But you add on the challenges of autism in addition to those responsibilities, and our military families with autism are really facing extraordinary circumstances.
I mean, you, for example, you moved from D.C. to San Diego within the last year or two. That's a stressor, period, and I'm sure for a child with autism causes some dissension and confusion, and so you need extra support.
Absolutely. We experience global regression across the board in all areas of life, just moving from location to location. But one of the challenges the mobile military families face as they go from duty station to duty station is navigating the maze of services, accessing the care they need, and then finding funding to pay for these treatments and services is extremely problematic. And one of the programs of Act Today for Military Families, we're working to build awareness of those challenges as well as advocate for important policy improvements, in addition to help lighten the load of these brave families. We're providing funding as well.
Mark, it's not common that a Hollywood celebrity would live in San Diego, and you do, and that's good news for Act Today, because on April 2nd in San Diego, there will be an event open to the public, presumably, for Act Today for Military Families. Tell us about it, Mr. Hollywood in San Diego.
It's a huge run walk. It's a 5K and 10K. There's a wheelchair aspect of it. It's a run walk. There's a family festival, which I'll be hosting with Kyle Massey from That's So Raven.
And Corey in the House.
And recently Dancing with the Stars,
of course.
And he's actually played my son twice before.
So. Is that true?
Yes.
It all comes around.
Yes, it all comes around.
6 degrees of Mark Christopher Lawrence.
Yes, so it's going to be a fun event and an opportunity for people who support the military and support, you know, just people's well-being to come out and support them.
What does it mean to you that you're able to help?
You know, for me, it's an opportunity to give back. I must say that you know, I've been truly blessed in a career in a field that I love to do. You know, I could be out digging a ditch.
Exactly.
And it's an opportunity for me to give back and to share some love with people.
I want to thank you so much for joining us. Again, April 2nd in San Diego, Fiesta Island. I'm Brad Palmer. It's back to HLN.
Bravo 2, this is Ripper 19. We're being cut to pieces. We got tanks in the wire and we're bingo on ammo. We need immediate backup. Where the heck are you?
Got a hold up, Ripper. My mom's streaming a cheesecake demo and my sister's redesigning her blog again. You're gonna have to hang tight till they log off. Sorry, dude.
Over.
Don't let your family hold you back. With Charter Internet, you get faster speeds with more bandwidth, so everyone can do what they want, when they want.